So let's go ahead and get started and let's open this up here. Now that right there is a score. Okay, now this might be more what I'm looking for. What's good, everybody? Today we're gonna be doing an unboxing video, which I have not done very many. This package right here was $102, and I'd really like to get to the point of explaining why it's better to build your own fireworks versus buying them. Now, on a regular market, some of the smaller fireworks are better to get because they're harder to make in larger quantities, but any sort of bigger fireworks that don't do what you want them to, you will have to make yourself. Also, if you guys need supplies for actually making fireworks, you can go to Dollar Tree. You can also get zip ties for $1. I think this has 100 of them. So let's go ahead and get started and let's open this up here. Oh yeah, that's a nice sound right there. Whenever you guys get a package in the mail, isn't it just so satisfying to do this with it? Oh my gosh, look at that right there. So straight off the bat, we've got 12 packs of safety fuse down in there. Now for me, purchasing all these safety fuse was indeed much cheaper than going to the fireworks stands and buying them. They are each 3mm and they have a length of 20 feet. They have a 24 to 30 second burn time and 80 to 90 per meter. So let's go ahead and take all these out, set them aside, and let's see what we have extra in this box. I also got a nice receipt from the place I got it from. And so let's take a look at this more in depth here. This right here is the big question you guys always ask. And I'm not going to be getting into answering that question, but hopefully it's pretty obvious. If you guys enjoy some of the larger fireworks, here's some of the 3/4 ID 6-inch tubes. We also got 3/4 ID, I think it's 2 1/4 inch tubes right there. And so that's really amazing. There are 50 in this bag, and upon opening it up here, it looks pretty beautiful. In this bag right here, we have 30. Like I said, they are 3/4 inch ID, 6 inches. And there are 30 of these tubes for any use you'd like. And what's this? We have something else in here. Right off the bat, there are 100 of these red tubes you can use, whether or not you want to make Spanish crackers, which you guys should check out my tutorial for. You can also make smoke flares, smoke bombs. You can maybe even make a firework cake with them. Last but not least, we have 3 packages of the American visco fuse. There's also the American visco fuse here that's red. There is the red, white, and blue one that's more distinctive. So yeah, these 2 red ones are 25 feet each, another 25-foot roll, and of course 12 20-foot strands of fuse there. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a better rundown of what we've got. 12 packs of the safety fuse that are 3mm and they burn pretty slow. The silver tubes that are 3/4 ID, 50 of those, 100 of something 1/16 of an inch ID, and then some of the bigger tubes right here. Now right off the bat, I'm sure you guys are aware of what a nice $100 fireworks stash looks like. However, when you break it down into the amount of fuse that we've got, the tubes, some of the bigger tubes, and the medium-sized tubes there, it really gives you an insight on how much less you'd spend making your own fireworks. As I've probably already explained before, it is always cheaper to build your own fireworks, especially if it's something that you want to do, you're perfectly safe with it, and you have your time on hands to do it. This could be used for many different things. For instance, fuse does not always have to be used for making fireworks, but instead, you could use the fuse right there along with some zip ties, and if you constrained it in a tube, you could probably make a rocket. Now, there is actually a tutorial for doing this on the King of Random's YouTube channel, so I will put that in the description so you guys can see. And if you'd like to see what happens when you actually complete making some of these fireworks by yourself, you can find that on just about any video I have from where a lot of this stuff is demoed and homemade. But for instance, why is it cheaper to build your own fireworks? First of all, this is exactly what companies are doing, building fireworks and selling them in the consumer market, and everybody needs a profit. However, all of that profit could go towards passion and hobby if you truly enjoy doing it. I've stated this in so many of my videos, and it could save you 10, if not 12 to 16 times the amount of money, and passion is better than profit. If you guys love fireworks and you feel like you have too many of them, it's always okay to buy more because 4th of July and New Year's Eve only comes around once a year. However, year round, every day of the year, you can always buy fuse and you can have it shipped directly to your doorstep, and you can buy any tubes or materials you need online, and you can do it perfectly safely. One other note about fireworks supplies: if you guys have a local construction site lying around, usually you can find tons of garbage in there. For instance, I found this tube and this huge roll of paper right here for making fireworks for completely free. People throw this stuff out all the time. Sometimes people also throw away rolls of tape, like down in here. I know you can always find plenty of paper and cardboard. Okay, so we are at the construction site now. If you need materials for making fireworks, which I'm not saying any material works just fine, but if you're lucky, you can find some pretty cool things. Now, if you are like me and you don't like to spend a whole lot of money, you can look pretty much just anywhere to find cardboard. I know there's like plenty of tape in there. I do find tape rolls sometimes that haven't even been used. What is that, like glue? And yes, in case you guys are wondering, we do have permission to do this. I have asked the workers here several times about all the stuff that they throw out, and they're perfectly okay if you take it. Now that right there is a score. Some boring math that's not even that advanced. Look at that, just free paper lying on the ground right there. Could probably make a Spanish cracker with it. Okay, now this might be more what I'm looking for. There is tons of paper here and tons of wood, but as I've explained many times, as long as you're passionate for it and fireworks are something you enjoy creating, just a lot of PEX panel supplies. Oh wow, look at this quick match leader piping. Doesn't it look like quick match fuse? It's crazy. Wow, look at all that sawdust right there. Man, I almost wish I brought a little bag with me. Tons of wires and sawdust. Not a whole lot of awesome finds today, but if you're lucky, sometimes you can find string, paper rolls, tape, and rope. Definitely plenty of cardboard, and so on. If you find any trash lying around in people's garbage or construction site waste bins, it never hurts to ask them for it, and it may be one man's treasure. You know what's nice about summer is every single day pretty much sunny. Alright, let's go ahead and try the red fuse first. Burns like a weird piece of plastic. Red, white, and blue fuse. You saw how short those fuses were and they burned pretty slow. And now for the cannon fuse. Now, for whatever reason, I decided I'd show what's in this box once everything is put away, and look at that. That is truly amazing. Definitely a pyro's dream come true. Tons of those red tubes. There's those 3/4 ID 6-inch tubes. If I'm not careful, I'll be rambling on about it. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, understand a little more, and have an awesome time after the 4th of July.